Okay, and another of our intimate after-hour discussions, and very, very pleased to welcome a good friend of Copperberg, a good friend of mine, Clinten van der Merwe. I always say that not quite right. I don't quite have the accent.
No, you as a British are saying it perfect.
Clinten, do me a favor. Pronounce your name correctly and tell the audience back home who you are.
My name is Clinten van der Merwe. That's a South African surname and not a Dutch surname.
Excellent. That's pretty much what I said anyway. Clinten, you did us the honor of opening up the presentation, the whole day today with a great keynote. I think you ruffled some feathers as well with a prediction that you're aiming for 2035. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. Service is a transformation and certainly a journey. For us in Tomra is one of the areas that we identify with all the challenges that we face in the industry on serviceability, plus, how do we look at bridging the gap between skilled workforce as well as, adopting to different technologies. But while sustainability is very high on our agenda, we're looking at the 2035 strategy to be 100% remote. Not just due to the fact that we want to remove the FSE away from that customer facing, but just due to the fact that we actually want to provide our customers with more real-time predictability on their equipment. But secondly, also helping our engineers to have more flexible working hours. And I think that's really something important for us and something we want to drive for the future.
Well, it's interesting because there is a challenge globally. Everywhere I'm speaking, every company I speak to across the world, and this has been there for a long time, we're running out of techs. We need to, towards the end today in the panel conversation, we're touching on this again, we need to start rethinking. How much of the driver for you is that fear that we need to rethink because we just can't keep doing it? The status quo is broken.
Absolutely, and I think this is, for every service business today, is two things. How do we drive diversity? How do we attract new talent? And we as an organization need to adapt. It's not the new recruits or new people coming through university that's going to adapt to the ways that we do service, but it's certainly something that we as organizations need to adapt. And how best we're going to adapt to it, that will be seen. But, keeping the customer focus in mind and also helping our customers to bridge their challenges of getting skills as well as attracting workforce to their organizations is certainly something that we want to embark on that journey.
And one last question, because I know that we've had a great day. It's been a long day. I've got a dry throat. There's a bar open. I'm sure you've earned a beer by now. One quick last question, and you touched on this in the presentation. I think it's a very important one for the people at home. Because you're not alone in this, and whether it's 100% remote or whether it's 80%, 50%, whatever it is, we're all making that change. How did you approach this in terms of your planning? Is it process first, technology first? Are they moving in parallel? I always say there's three pillars in field service: people, process, and technology. How are you moving those dials bit by bit?
I think it's a mix of all. I think, first of all, you need to make sure that you know what the customer wants.
Yeah.
You need to address the customer needs. And once you have that in place is really then looking at how you build your strategy. Creating your mission and vision for yourself, for your organization, that you want to achieve that over a period of time. And this is something we have done. Yes, technology is going to be an enabler. But it's certainly something that you need to look at from a service organization and really understand what KPIs to drive, what it is you need to drive, and how you want to drive it, and where you want to play in the future.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure catching up with you, sir, and thank you so much for your great insights today. Take care.